One of the most important things you can do for your business is to standardize your workflows. We do that through a new system called Playbooks in SwiftCloud, and this is the beginning of our public beta. I'm recording this in March 2022. This system will just keep getting better and better, and so I'm inviting you now to check it out, and let's look at how we can apply this to your business and basically get you back more time, get you working more effectively, help you delegate more effectively, help you increase your profits. So playbooks are basically SOPs, standard operating procedures, which can include just-in-time training. It can also include gathering of information. Before I get too into this, let me show you what I mean. So here we have an example called Convert a Video Testimonial into Marketing. So hopefully you're gathering video testimonials. If you're not, SwiftCloud can definitely help. We've got a whole video platform and a system called Rave, which is all about reviews and engagement and virality and that kind of thing. So it can help you get a video testimonial and then convert that into marketing. And so that would be a playbook, a series of steps that need to happen based on that incoming video testimonial. So when the video testimonial comes in, let's say you're in real estate, you want to get that on Zillow. You want to, well, that's a written context. That means somebody's going to need to transcribe it, and it can be you or it can be a virtual assistant in Philippines. So we do have basically a talent marketplace. So you can do this role yourself, or what you can do is assign it out to somebody. And then with some of these processes, some of these tasks can be pre-bid, and you can assemble them basically kind of like bricks that stick together, let's say, something like Legos, right? You can assemble different playbooks together to form a complete workflow. So in this case, let's say a video testimonial comes in. What you're going to want to do is get it transcribed so that it can get syndicated out to the written places. So let's say it goes to Google, it goes to Zillow if you're in real estate, or it goes to RealSelf if you're a plastic surgeon. Really, for any business, there's going to be written places, there's going to be image places. So let's say you want to get it written and then an extracted, like one little snippet taken out, overlaid on top of an image, and then put that on Instagram. That's a perfect example of leveraging this video testimonial that somebody was generous enough to give to you. And then ideally that should get linked to a case study in which the video is embedded into a case study. This is all cascades of information. So what we want to help you do is design what should happen on the workflow, and then help you get it built out every single time so that it runs every single time predictably, with a mix of you and your in-house staff and outsourced people if that's needed. So in this case, the goal of the task is to convert a short video testimonial into dozens of marketing assets, right? So that could be, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and that kind of thing. So what we do is we design the workflow, and then we have required information. So the actual video, in this case, I don't need to upload it because it will already be in SwiftCloud. So I'm just going to need to know the name. So we'll have I'll add an actual field here of the actual person's name. We do have the option to assign multiple roles, and that's going to be obviously for more complex workflows. So in order to set one up, all you have to do is log into SwiftCloud, go over here to the main drive, and once you get there, you'll get to a page that looks like this. You just click Add New, click Doc, and then what we'll do is we've got a bunch of different doc types, right? So we've got e-sign docs and doc forms and fax and playbooks and stuff like that. About 4 down is called Playbooks, SOP, Standard Operating Procedure Policy. You could also use these for compliance checklists, that kind of thing. Just hit Save. As soon as you do, you're going to get to a page that looks something like this, right? Now, this has got some short codes, and short codes are how we generate complex fields like electronic signature. So for example, if you want an electronic signature, I don't have to remember these short codes. I just go into here and I go into Client and I go to Signature. It's going to ask me, what are some of the options that go with it, and what's the actual role. In this case, I'll just leave it as Client. Anyway, that's applicable to signature. We use that same structure for Playbook. So down here you have a section called Playbook SOP Policy, and what I could do is add a whole new playbook. I don't want to do that because I have one here set up for demo. Point being is you don't have to remember that. You do have to know just one thing, which is that you have to open and close certain sections. So for example, we have Swift Playbook Step, and then here's the actual step, right? Just the actual text, and I just write it like a regular text editor, and then we have to close that step. So you do have to know just one thing. We have to open things and close things, right? And that's for certain steps. And that's how you actually make this step, right? So the goal of the step. Then on the front end, what I can do is check things. As soon as I do, that whole chapter is done. And if I run this playbook, then what it's going to do is it's going to save my state, and it can also kick things off to go to the next person if there are multiple roles, and you obviously have to define who the roles are, right? So that if you're, again, in real estate, and this is applicable to any business, but I keep using real estate because that's one of our main clients that we were building this for. is basically you've got multiple roles. You've got the listing agent, you've got the selling agent, you've got the inspector, you've got the appraiser, you've got the potentially the, different people involved, right? The closing attorney or the escrow if you're in California. So that's the basic idea. And then once you have playbooks generated in the task system, we do have a whole powerful task system, right? And there's different views and that kind of thing. Up here in the very top right, click on View Templates, and you'll actually see a list of your playbooks that you can run. And our goal for small and mid-sized business owners, and even for large business owners, is that you spend your time sort of maybe like a football quarterback, deciding what plays to run. And if there are outsourced components to it, then it'll tell you a price. So let's say somebody has bid $50, somebody's bid $15 because they're in Philippines and cost of living is low. It's a simple task. And you'll see $65 every time you run this. And if it's going through the SwiftCloud Marketplace, we'll collect that money. We'll pay them after it's done. And so that way you're kind of protected in that way, right? So hopefully this has helped you. I encourage you to reach out to us if you need some help with setting up some playbooks for your business. And multiple roles are allowed. You can also mix in-house, yourself, outsourced, or both, or any mix thereof. And the talent marketplace is something we're still working on, but that'll be things like video editors or let's say graphic designers who can extract a screenshot out of the video and then convert that into an image that you can put on, let's say Instagram, for example. So we are going to have technical talent that's available for some of those type of tasks. So I hope this helps you, and welcome if you're new to SwiftCloud, and if you're one of our existing users, then I encourage you to start deploying playbooks in the system. It's live now, and it's already there, and it's just going to keep getting better. Thanks.